The movie starts in the year 2002. We're in the Scottish Highlands. A cottage sits alone in the gray, wet landscape. Inside, it's chaos, but not the kind you think. It's domestic chaos. A group of kids are glued to the TV, watching the Teletubbies. It's innocent. It's safe. But outside, the world is ending. The adults are arguing in hushed, panicked whispers near the door. Then, silence. Suddenly, the doors burst open. The infected flood in. This isn't the slow shuffle of the dead. This is the rage virus. They are sprinting, screaming, tearing through the hallway. Blood sprays across the family photos. The parents are decimated in seconds. But amidst the slaughter, one child slips away. A young boy named Jimmy. He scrambles out the back, his breath misting in the cold air, running toward the only sanctuary he knows, the local church. He finds his father, a priest, kneeling at the altar. The man is trembling, praying for salvation. But when he sees Jimmy, he doesn't run. He hands the boy a necklace, an upside-down crucifix, and tells him this is the prophecy fulfilled. The infected crash through the church doors. The priest stands to welcome them, accepting his grim fate, while Jimmy hides in the shadows, watching his father be consumed. 28 years later, we jump to the present day. The year is roughly 2030. The rage virus has ravaged Great Britain, but the infection has been contained to the island. Europe is safe, but Britain is a quarantine zone, a no man's land forgotten by the world. We find ourselves on Lindisfarne, also known as Holy Island, off the northeast coast of England. It's a fortress of solitude, connected to the mainland only by a tidal causeway that floods twice a day. This is a brilliant natural defense. The infected can't swim. They drown when the tide comes in. Here, a community of survivors has regressed. They live like medieval peasants, farming turnips and brewing beer, completely cut off from modern tech. They are isolationists, terrified of the outside world. Meet our protagonist, Spike. He's 12 years old, sharp-eyed and restless. He lives with his father, Jamie, and his mother, Isla. Jamie, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, is the village's big man, a hunter, a provider, brimming with toxic masculinity and bravado. Isla, played by Jodie Comer, is a shadow. She's bedridden, suffering from a mysterious, debilitating illness that gives her blinding migraines and hallucinations. Today is a big day. It's Spike's blooding. He's going on his first hunt to the mainland with his dad. It's a rite of passage. If you kill an infected, you become a man. They wait for low tide. The causeway reveals itself, a wet, muddy road of seaweed and stone. Jamie, Spike, and a few other men cross over in an old, battered Land Rover. The mainland is a graveyard. Overgrown highways, rusted cars, nature reclaiming the ruins of civilization. They track a pack of slow ones. You see, the virus has evolved. Some infected have starved, becoming lethargic crawlers. But Jamie warned Spike, watch out for the alphas, the fast ones, the fresh ones. They find a lone infected tied up in a barn. Someone has branded a name Jimmy into its chest. It's weird. It's unsettling. Jamie hands Spike a bow and arrow. He tells the kid to shoot it, to kill it. Spike hesitates. He looks into the creature's eyes. They're red, filled with rage, but also pain. Before Spike can loose the arrow, screaming, a pack of alphas ambush them. These aren't just fast, they are organized. Leading them is a massive alpha male, stronger and smarter than the rest. The hunting party panics. They scramble back to the Land Rover. The alpha chases them onto the causeway. The tide is turning. The water is rising. It's a race against the ocean and the monster. The Land Rover stalls in the mud. Jamie grabs Spike and they run. The alpha is right on their heels, splashing through the surf. Just as it leaps, the village guards on the island wall fire a massive ballista bolt, thwap, skewering the alpha. Now pause for a second. Put yourself in Jamie's shoes. You're a father in a world that wants to eat your son alive. You lie to protect him. You kill to feed him. But at what point does protection become a prison? Would you risk the infection just to keep your family's innocence? Or would you let them see the horror to make them strong? Let me know your answer in the comments right now. And hey, if you're loving this recap, smash that subscribe button. We're covering the entire trilogy, including The Bone Temple, which just hit theaters. Don't miss out. Back to the island. That night, the village throws a party for Spike. They celebrate his first kill, even though Jamie is the one who did the heavy lifting. Jamie is embellishing the story, making himself look like a hero and Spike like a warrior. Spike sits there, stewing. He knows the truth. He saw his dad cower in the mud. Spike wanders away from the bonfire and stumbles upon a secret conversation. He sees his dad, Jamie, sneaking off with Rosie, the village schoolteacher. They're having an affair. Spike's world cracks. His dad isn't a hero, he's a liar and a cheater. Disillusioned, Spike goes to check on his mom, Isla. She's worse. She's thrashing in pain. She tells Spike she saw a fire on the mainland, a signal. There are rumors of a man, a doctor or a wizard living in the deep woods who can cure anything. Dr. Ian Kelson. Spike makes a choice, a dangerous, stupid, brave choice. He packs a bag. He helps his fragile mother out of bed. He's going to take her to the mainland. He's going to find the doctor. Waiting for the next low tide, under the cover of darkness, the boy and his dying mother cross the causeway. This is the point of no return. Once on the mainland, the reality hits. It's cold, wet, and terrifying. Isla can barely walk. Spike has to half carry her. They navigate the ruins of Northumberland. It's not long before they are hunted. A pack of infected picks up their scent. Spike tries to use his bow, but he's overwhelmed. They are cornered against the cliff edge. Just as the teeth are about to sink in, gunfire. A man steps out of the fog. He's dressed in military gear, but it's foreign, Swedish Navy. His name is Eric. He's the sole survivor of a NATO patrol boat that ran aground. He mows down the infected with a suppressed rifle. Eric is paranoid. He's been out here too long. He agrees to help them, but he keeps his gun trained on Isla, waiting for her to turn. They travel together until they find the farmhouse. Inside, they discover something impossible. A female infected chained to a bed. She's pregnant and she's in labor. This scene is pure nightmare fuel. The virus shouldn't allow for life. The creature is snarling, snapping, but her body is doing the most natural thing in the world. Isla, despite her illness, steps up. She's a mother. She knows what to do. She coaches the infected woman through the birth. The baby is born. It cries. It's pink. It's human. It's not infected. But Eric loses it. He sees the baby as a carrier, a ticking time bomb. He raises his rifle to execute the mother and the child. Isla throws herself in front of the gun. The distraction is enough. An Alpha crashes through the window. It decapitates Eric in one swipe. Spike grabs the baby and his mom and they run. They run until their lungs burn. They're lost in the deep woods, surrounded by shadows. Just when they can't go another step, a figure appears. He's wearing a cloak made of patched rags. He holds a blowgun. He fires a dart into the Alpha pursuing them, and the monster just falls asleep. This is Dr. Ian Kelson, played by Ralph Fiennes. He's not a wizard. He's a former GP who stayed behind when the world fell. He's been living among the infected, studying them. He's learned to mask his scent, to sedate them of homemade tranquilizers. He is the master of this domain. Kelson leads them to his sanctuary. It's a place called the Bone Temple. It's an ossuary, a structure built entirely from the clean, bleached bones of the dead. It's beautiful and horrifying. Kelson explains that he builds it to honor the memory of the billions lost. He examines Isla. Spike waits with bated breath for the cure. He expects a pill, a surgery, magic. Kelson looks at Spike and shakes his head. It's cancer, he says. Stage 4, everywhere. There is no cure. There never was. The rumors were just stories told by desperate people. Isla is dying, and the journey has accelerated it. Isla asks for one last thing. She doesn't want to die in pain, and she doesn't want to turn. She asks Kelson for the exit. Spike begs her to stay. He screams at his dad, at the world, at the virus, but his mom holds him close. She tells him she loves him, but she's tired. She drinks a solution Kelson prepares. She falls asleep in Spike's arms, and then she's gone. Kelson takes her body. He promises to clean her bones and add them to the temple, so she will be part of the history of this world. She will matter. Spike is broken. He's just a kid holding a newborn baby in a house of bones. Kelson tells him he can't stay. The sanctuary isn't for the living, it's for the dead. He tells Spike to take the baby back to the island. Life must go to the living, he says. Spike makes the trek back. He reaches a causeway at low tide. He sees the village lights flickering in the distance. He sees his father, Jamie, standing at the gate, looking out with binoculars, waiting. Spike walks up to the gate. He doesn't say a word. He places the basket with the baby on the ground. He pins a note to it. The note reads, "Her name is Isla." Jamie opens the gate, tears in his eyes, reaching for his son, but Spike steps back. He turns his back on the safety, on the lies, on his father. He walks away, back towards the mainland, back into the nightmare. He chooses the truth of the horror over the lie of safety. Spike wanders the coast for days. He's starving, dehydrated. He collapses on a dune. The infected are closing in, a pack of them, drooling, ready to feast. Spike closes his eyes. This is it. Bam, bam, bam! Automatic gunfire rips the air. The infected drop like flies. Spike looks up. A convoy of armored trucks pull up. Men jump out. But they aren't military. They're wearing bright neon tracksuits, massive gold chains, bleached blonde hair. They look like a twisted parody of 1970s TV presenters. Their leader steps forward. It's Jack O'Connell. He's wearing a white tracksuit with Jimmy written in rhinestones on the back. He's wearing the same upside-down crucifix necklace we saw in the prologue. This is the adult Jimmy Crystal, the boy who survived. He's built an army, a cult. They call themselves the Fingers. Jimmy looks down at Spike, flashes a charismatic, terrifying grin, and says, "All right then, lad, you look like you need a fix." The screen cuts to black, and that is how 28 years later ends. It sets up a massive conflict between the isolationist islanders and this insane Jimmy cult on the mainland. But guess what? The story doesn't stop there. The sequel, 28 years later, The Bone Temple, is out in theaters literally right now. It picks up immediately with Spike trying to survive inside Jimmy's gang. If you want the recap for The Bone Temple next week, you have to hit that like button and comment Jimmy down below so I know you're ready for the madness. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, check your exits, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.